What is progressive entrapment? Well, I'm going to read something off the screen here, so I will warn you, I'm not very good at reading off the screen, but whatever. It says, what is progressive entrapment? Using a Ouija board can have serious consequences for the untrained and unskilled. One of the most threatening possible outcomes of using a Ouija board is known as progressive entrapment. Progressive entrapment happens when a spirit deceives a board user with the intent to possess him. The spirit entices the person to use the board more frequently, and to let his guard down. Right, in the process. I'm trying to do this better, sorry. An evil spirit may claim to be a deceased loved one or a friendly ghost and try to develop a relationship with the person using the board. Warns Edmund C. Grass, author of Ouija Board, A Doorway to the Occult. The spirit mixes truth and lies, telling the person what she or he wants to hear. Using a Ouija board can have serious consequences for the untrained and unskilled. An evil spirit may claim to be a deceased loved one or friendly ghost and try to develop a relationship. I've already read this. Using the board. No, I've already read this. Famous cases. The book and film The Exorcist were based on a real-life case. Reports Mark Opensnick. I'm not sure how you say that name. It's Opsasinck. In his book, The Real Story Behind The Exorcist. The child in the book reported using the Ouija board before the possession. The novel The Exorcist details progressive entrapment as the means of possession. Prevention. Well, prevention is don't use a Ouija board, but anyway, whatever. Never use a Ouija board alone. Don't use one when you're ill, tired, depressed, or medicated. Take measures of spiritual protection based on your religious beliefs when using the board. I'm reading this off the screen. I can't be bothered reading. I'll read what the skeptics say. The skeptics. The power of suggestion is the only thing at play with a Ouija board, claims the skeptic dictionary at www.skeptic.com. Skeptics argue that cases of possession not ultimately attributed to mental illness are caused by weak minds conforming to expected roles. How to... no, don't need to read that. How to play Scrabble. Something to do with what I'm reading. Anyway, enough of that. We played with a Ouija board at our house in 1996, and all kinds of weird things happened afterwards. You can watch my older videos if you want. But I did see somebody, one of the other people who did it, I did see them get possessed, I think. I don't really want to go into who it was, but at the moment. But like one night, we'd been watching TV and she went upstairs to go to bed. And then she came back downstairs, and when she came back downstairs, she was different. It was like a different person. And when I looked at her, it was like it was like a skin had gone all really pale white, and the shape of her face had changed somehow, and her eyes. They weren't like black, like you see aliens, but they were dark. They looked dark over them, and she was really being aggressive, just nasty, and I don't know. I didn't really put two and two together until quite a long time afterwards, really, because this was like years after we played with the Ouija board. But things had been happening periodically on and off. But I've thought about it a lot since, and I think she was possessed that night, or if not possessed, then what's the other one? It's oppressed. I don't know. Is it demonic oppression? Not sure. Anyway, something was going on. I think she might have been partially or fully possessed. And then she went, and the room went cold as well, which was weird. I said at the time I didn't notice any of this. I just thought she got up in a bad mood, but yeah, it was like a different person almost. Just some of the man, just like the way she was talking didn't sound like herself. And so anyway, the point is, I really would advise you not to play with a Ouija board. It's not a good idea. You might think, oh, it's just like a board game. It's not a game. You don't know what could happen. Without going too deeply into it, but I don't believe in. I don't know. Maybe it could happen in rare cases, but I think most of the time, the only things that are going to be powerful enough to even speak to you are going to be like dark entities, demonic things, and that's what you're going to encounter most probably. I don't know. Maybe there is the rare case of a human, but it's never been my experience. It's always been something that's lying, because when we were talking to it on the Ouija board, it was telling us things, but it started getting things wrong. And then it said, "Oh no, I'm not this. I'm not your grandma. I'm this other person. Oh no, I'm not that person. I'm this other person." And eventually, it just admitted, it started saying I'm the devil and stuff. Well, it's not. I don't think it's the devil. Although devil isn't a name; it's a title. It comes from the Greek to divide, to cause division. Well, that's what demons do anyway. They go in and they cause division in people's houses, cause people to argue with each other, because that's where they get the strength from, arguments or things like that, and from fear as well. But yeah, they definitely try and split people up and get them fighting with each other, because it's what they like to do, because they're dicks, basically. Anyway, I just was reading something before. That's progressive entrapment. They'll start out helpful, and then they'll make you want to go back and go back and go back until, like, the Ouija board is the portal. Well, ultimately they want you to become the portal so they can possess you. That's the way it works, as far as I understand. So, they say prevention is better than cure. So if you want to, you don't want it to happen to you, I really would advise you not to play with a Ouija board. But obviously, it's up to you. But that's my opinion. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you got any comments, leave them in the comment section below, or you want to ask me any questions, that's okay too. I mean, I'm not an expert in this. I'm just going off things that I've experienced, and things that I have looked into it. I ain't been to demon fighter school or anything like that. I've just looked into it throughout the course of my life, and these are the conclusions I've come to, as well as others. If you want to know anything else, if anything else I've said interested you and you want to know about it, then just ask. Anyway, I'm going now, so thanks for watching, and if you want to give me one of these, that'd be nice of you. I don't know if it's good enough or not, or if you want to subscribe, even do that. Anyway, that's enough, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.